Richard Southern joins us now with a look at business news. Hi, Richard. Good to see you after a long weekend.
Good to see you, Janella. How are you?
I'm good. Hope you enjoyed some turkey at home. So let's talk about, we've been talking for the last couple of months about all the different business sectors hit by coronavirus, and one of those includes taxi companies.
Yeah, I mean, the taxi guys, they were already hurting during the pandemic because, people are taking fewer taxis and fewer Ubers these days. But now taxis are being hit with a double whammy because their insurance rates are going up, and it has led to what they call graveyards of parked taxis, like we're looking at here. Some cabs have been hit with with insurance hikes that have the drivers paying $22,000 a year, more than triple what they were paying last year. The insurance industry blames it on COVID. The taxi industry, though, says this was already happening pre-pandemic. I had a chance to talk to the head of Beck Taxi today, the operations manager, and she says this is bad news for the disabled community in the city because taxi companies are contracted to supply 75% of rides to Wheel-Trans.
Right now, maybe it's about 500 vehicles now that people who are stopping for COVID have come back to work. So probably 500 vehicles in our fleet, and that translates into potentially thousands of vehicles across the city. We can't forget about how this would disproportionately affect the most vulnerable people in our city, and Wheel-Trans customers rely on taxis. We're offering that door-to-door service, and again, 75% of TTC's Wheel-Trans work is done by taxi operators.
Interesting.
So, she's calling on the provincial government to try and do something about this. I mean, we've seen the insurance hikes go up for restaurants, and now it seems the taxis as well.
Yeah, everyone's been hard hit, and it has a ripple effect. It seems like that a lot of us don't even think about. Okay, another industry obviously hit by the pandemic, the airline industry, and those who are still flying around the world are having to wait a little longer before they can hop aboard one particular airline. Richard.
Yeah, Porter. I mean, it seems every month we're doing the same story about Porter pushing back its restart date. And here we are again now today with the company saying it's going to be at least December 15th before it gets back up and running. Porter hasn't flown a single flight since mid-March, and it's blaming very much the travel restrictions into the United States and into the Atlantic bubble. We also had Air Canada today revising its offer lower to buy Air Transat. It was going to pay some $720 million. Now it's going to only pay $190 million for Air Transat, something that Air Transat has agreed to. Tough times in the airline biz these days, Janelle.
Okay, lots of businesses hard hit. We see closures and delays, but one company is still pushing forward with a new product launch. iPhones is what we're talking about. What did we hear from Apple today?
Yeah, biggest day of the year for the world's biggest company. Apple showed off its new iPhones today, the iPhone 12 line, and there's going to be 4 of them.
Wow.
An iPhone 12 mini, a 12 regular, a 12 Pro, and then a 12 Pro Max. They look a little different, as you can see here, Janella, with sort of flat sides and a flush display, kind of like what they used to look like back with iPhone 5. Now, very important, all 4 of these new phones will feature 5G connectivity. This is the ultra-fast cellular speed. You can get it here in Toronto, as well as some other jurisdictions. The phones will not ship with free headphones or a charger for the first time. Apple says that'll save them some packaging, but of course it'll also have you buying some more aftermarket accessories. As for price, Janella, the Mini will start at $979 Canadian, and the top model, the Pro Max, will sell for more than $1,500. So not cheap here, these new iPhones. You and I are back just after 6:30, Janella. We're going to look at the one type of cosmetic surgery apparently people are clamoring to get during COVID-19. We'll talk about that coming up.
All right, can't wait to talk about that. Thanks, Richard. We'll see you next hour.
Thanks.